Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and
God, the response on that video was nuts. That's now my most liked video ever, and it took me like 20 minutes. I've poured entire weekends into videos that haven't gotten like half of that response. So thank you for that, but I also did want to ask, when was I fat? I don't remember being fat. I've been like the same size for the past 5 years. And this whole thing on my hand, that's a triangle, but it's not at all related to the Illuminati. It's just a burn that I got in a nightclub once. Kind of a funny... Not at all a funny story. I don't even have time for that story. Let's just get into this. I wanted to start off by saying this video is sponsored by EA, but that doesn't mean they're paying me a single dime. They're not paying me anything for it. Hey man, is that on? I don't have to go into any kind of particular detail or say anything specific. The only reason that I'm telling you this is they paid for my flight out to Los Angeles so that I could record this footage early. And I guess they fed me breakfast and lunch, which really wasn't even breakfast because everybody there happens to be so greedy. I didn't even get a bagel, but I guess my payment for this was, what, a cubic foot of lasagna? So if you think that my opinion can be bought by a cubic foot of lasagna, then you go right ahead. But I did just want to cover when you can play the game and how you can play it early because so many of you were asking me on Twitter, and admittedly, EA, it is a little confusing. Okay, so for the Play First trial, you can actually play for 10 hours as of the 13th. So because today is the 14th, you can actually play right now for 10 hours if you have EA access or Origin access. It's like $4.99 a month. What I would do personally, and what I'm gonna do right now, because they didn't give me like any kind of special code to go in ahead of time, I'm probably gonna sign up for Origin access, play this thing for 10 hours, then immediately cancel my subscription. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So if you do get the Battlefield 1 Early Enlister Deluxe Edition, which is $80 by the way, and that name gets sillier and sillier the more that I say it, you can play as early as October 18th, and then if you're just a standard run-of-the-mill, I bought the game for $60, just like every other game that's come out since 2007, regular plain Jane standard, you can play upon the final release, which is the 21st of October. So Play First Trial, you can play 10 hours as of right now if you have EA or Origin access. Deluxe Edition is on the 18th, and the regular version is on the 21st. Pretty simple. I do want to say that I will definitely give away some codes if EA happens to send some my way, but I'm not going to do any kind of nonsense like, oh, make sure that you like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter and follow me on Instagram and send me a Snapchat or your favorite peanut butter. I will not do any of that. Okay, on to the game. A quick note I wanted to make before getting into this footage, it's kind of terrible in terms of my performance, and it's easy to tell why, because in a regular game of Battlefield, you have like half the server that's brain dead, another quarter that doesn't know how to play the game, and maybe like 1 or 2 guys that is just a ringer that is just crushing everybody. Picture these types of events are that one guy that's crushing everybody is everybody. He's every single player because everybody there is a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or like a full-time Battlefield bucket, so he's definitely very good at the game. So if you were expecting me to stomp on nerds left and right, that's not at all the case. You end up dying a lot. There comes a point where you're playing against all these extremely good players all the time and they're all trying so hard to get the very best footage. There kind of comes a point where it's like, this isn't even fun anymore. I'm not even angry about this. I just want to go find a bagel. I want to go do anything else or explore the office. This is just too much. So if you want to leave a comment that says like, wow, Badger, you're trash, let me take you out sometime, that's totally fine, but let's start with single player. So the single player is outrageously impressive. I think most of you have already seen that initial sequence, which is outstanding if you ask me, but the best part is that's not even the most fun part of the campaign. Although I can't tell you about it or show you about it yet, there's missions and there's sequences that is even better than that. I think the easiest way to describe it to you is I was completely zoned out while I was playing it. As in, other people would come over to try to talk to you, like Matimio comes over or Stoddy comes over wanting to say something to you. It does not matter. Like, you're so focused on the game because it's so enthralling, that's what you want. I don't care what you got going on, Matimio, get out of here. And an even more exact litmus test is throughout the entire campaign, if you play it with any kind of volume, you're gonna have goosebumps. Like this part right here, oh man, goosebumps. Plus, you have those gigantic flamethrower guys that explode anytime you shoot at them. It's, oh, that's so perfect. That's so oh, it never gets old. They also did a really good job with the music, like that intro that's really relaxed, very classical. I really like that. Stay nighty night and kiss me. I'm a little upset they don't let you use a rock as a melee weapon, by the way. Like, I would use that, even if it slowed my character down or made me heavier. I would definitely sacrifice that if I could hit somebody in the face with a rock. But I just love how that relaxed classical music eventually turns into that really intense blockbuster music. And there's some kind of variety there. It's not just purely, oh, this is another World War II or World War I game with terrible weather, dark colors, and music that makes me want to drop a toaster into a bathtub. So yes, I saw it and I liked it. Especially that slow motion sequence. Outrageously fun. Even though you can tell my aim, oh my. Okay, can we, I think the only thing that you guys may not like is everything is kind of like over cinematic at a certain point. I can't review the game or I can't tell you about everything, but even this initial sequence is kind of like, do we need to make this into a cinematic 2-hour long? But hey, if that's your thing, if that's really what you're into, then by all means, I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. And when it comes to multiplayer, I guess I have to start with the Dreadnought. Like, the Dreadnought is the topic of discussion. I get it. It's just ridiculous.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand.
Not only is it extremely difficult to take down, but I think for me, it's just like a giant overbearing big brother. Like anytime you're stationary, or anytime you're on any kind of kill streak, or anytime you're even moderately in an open area, it's just gonna turn into Dreadnought disapproves, and there you go. So it's definitely going to be one of those ones where your entire team has to dedicate the effort to take this thing down, or else it's not going to go down at all. Like me just firing everything that I have every time that I respawn is not going to work. You need the entire team to help. And I know that you guys have seen a lot about the Lawrence of Arabia rifle. In my opinion, it doesn't come anywhere close to what I call the elephant gun. It's the Martini Henry rifle, but I guess like the skin or like a certain edition of it is called the Masako. It's basically a gigantic elephant gun that sounds like a rocket launcher while you fire it. And I know it's kind of messed up that I painted mine ivory. Yeah, like why would you paint your elephant gun ivory? Do you also have a cheetah gun that is covered in cheetah skin or something? I don't have any of that, but I can easily tell you, the elephant gun, clearly my favorite. Operations is that new game mode that I'm sure you guys have heard about. Basically, it's kind of like Rush, where you're destroying 2 crates, but instead of destroying 2 crates, you're capturing 2 flags simultaneously. Sometimes it's more than 2, sometimes it's less than 2. It's just sequential conquest, not that difficult to understand. Some of the ragdolls are just getting nuts. Like, I thought they were bad in the beta. Sometimes there's no clear reason. Like, come on, guy, why? I have to set this on fire. I cannot, no, that does not deserve to be lit. I think the one thing that you guys will see that's a little bit out of place is they try to make things too epic. And I know the word epic doesn't mean anything anymore. It's kind of like the BuzzFeed word of the internet. Everyone's used it so incorrectly for so long, it's lost its potency, so it doesn't even mean epic anymore. But at the end of a round, there's a lot of commentary, and this is not even edited, by the way. This is straight what happened.
Rejoice.
We lost this battle. Victory is no sort of voice. But each generation suffers the mutation of the old this to the liberation of all peoples.
Victory for the Ottomans in the Middle East would have been seen as a sign of renewed strength in the ailing empire. If so, the power gained from controlling the world's oil supply would almost certainly have seen the Ottoman government abandoning their support of the Central Powers.
But that's about it for now. I'm definitely going to go buy Origin Access, play this game for 10 hours, then immediately cancel my subscription. It's like my best idea since I bought Clarence. Right, Clarence?
Motherfucker!